Yeah, this is Ray Bang Bang Hill. Please press the like button and subscribe. Yeah, Jeff King, I've been told that Jeff is getting a bit of a lump now. He's been training. I've been told he's in the gym all the time. I've been told that he's a physical education instructor as such in prison. He works in the gym full time. Well done, Jeff. And he's looking big. He's looking huge again, yeah. So when he gets out, he'll never be able to work like Gladiators and places like that. Perhaps he'll be able to do a book or something, even a film. I like Jeff, mate. I'm gutted the way he went. I mean, I was hearing a lot of things when he was at Southall. I heard he run part of the Southall. You know, everyone was petrified of him because of the size of him. But he got involved in a big gang in Southall, and he was a top man. And he got really bad on the crack, really bad on heroin. I mean, to do £1,000 a day on crack is nothing. To try and bully someone for £1,000 is ridiculous, because £1,000 is not going to last you more than a day. If you're on crack really heavy, like crack was, look at me, like Jeff was, £1,000 is nothing at all. And being on heroin as well, you know, is even worse. And having all them girls wrapped around him, because I knew two of them, and these two, I mean, they was on crack, meths a lot, yeah. So, you know, Jeff had it. I mean, how Jeff got involved going to Southall and got involved with all that crack and heroin. I mean, I was involved with it, but I was in Kingston. I had plenty of money when I was in Kingston. I got involved in it. I mean, it's a bad drug. I mean, to do £1,000 a day, honestly, it's not hard to do £1,000 a day. I could do £500 a day in easy. £1,000 is about right. People go, yeah, but how did you do that? But I had the money to do it, yeah. But if you ain't got the money, then it seems to be that people on crack or on heroin can get it. You know, if you're skint now and you're straight as a die, I'm straight, yeah. And say you're not working, and you was on crack or heroin, you could go out and get the money. It's crazy the way you get it. It's mad the things people you see, what you do, and you get it put in your hand. People put money in your hand, but being straight and trying to get money is one of the hardest things. So I said to myself, when I come out of prison, I thought to myself, nah, never ever again could I get involved with anything to do with drugs. I mean, the only thing I've got to do with drugs is maybe work with kids on drugs courses and help them out, try and and challenge your faults and all that, you know, triggers and all that, because, you know, the biggest trigger ever you can have, the biggest trigger is money, yeah? Because without money, you can't buy crack. But though again, one of the biggest trigger, another big trigger, is people that you know who give you the money to go and get crack. So you might see somebody go, God, do me a favour, Jeff, go and get me a couple of £100 worth, and then they give you 50 quid out of that, you know what I mean? So that it's worse even seeing people, knowing people who take crack, but it's hard. I mean, I felt sorry for Jeff when I see him. The guy, believe me, mate, the guy was massive man, mate. Smart, always had a suit on, massive shoulders, big as an house, glasses, good-looking guy, good-looking black guy, mate. And he weren't fighting no one. Everybody respected him. I said, I see him have a fight down a club, and he could handle himself, yeah. But when they put these two guys I know, put a gun in his mouth, it's a different kettle of fish, you know. But them two boys really, we're not young men, they put a gun in someone's mouth in a place called The Crown in Acton, put a gun in someone's mouth and pulled the trigger, blew the back of his head right off, this geezer, blew his head right off, and the old fruity bit gun, put it in his mouth. Guy said, well, go on then, pull the trigger, and boom, pulled the trigger, blew his head off, mate. So Jeff was really lucky that they never pulled the trigger on Jeff. I mean, only matter of seconds, Jeff might have said the wrong word, and he's blowing his head off. I mean, these two brothers were a handful. I've been told that one, I'm not quite sure, one's in a mental house now, but there was a proper handful. You wouldn't like about these two, mate. I mean, you know, you might bash them up, but you wouldn't be able to sleep, you know what I mean, because they'd come through your window and they come put one in your mouth and blow it off. That's what it's like. But and Jeff got involved with them. Not involved, but said the wrong things, and they put a gun in his mouth. But anyway, Jeff pulled out of that. I didn't have Jeff around me. And after that, I couldn't have him around me because I didn't think it was any good. And so I put Jeff in another club, owned by Ken Edwards, and I see exactly what he could do. He was an airful, Jeff. I mean, he was picking guys up, bashing guys up, flying around the club like 10 pins. You know what I mean? And to see Jeff the way he went. I went from what, 23, 22 stone down to about 16 stone on a crack. Honestly, I'd never touched heroin, never ever touched that. No. Heroin, the crack though, I was doing too much, too much crack. I got to like it. It took over my body. So the greatest thing that ever happened to me was an IPP. I mean, when they give me an IPP, if they'd give me 15 years, I don't think that controlled me, because an IPP is indefinite, yeah. It's now and forever. So it's a bit frightening. When you get to a certain age, you think, I don't know more of that. You know what I mean? You get caught for something now, you're going to get a recall, and a recall could mean 10, 15, 20 years. So the best thing to do is just keep out of it, mate. I don't get involved, no problems, no trouble, nothing. And I'd rather be doing what I'm doing. Doing what I'm doing now, I'm just doing podcasts, I'm doing videos, and I'm doing my book, yeah. And I now and again, not now and again, every day I train, yeah. I train. I'm quite a powerful guy who trains 24/7 if he can. I've just done my deltoid in my left shoulder, but I'm still training. Yeah, I'm still doing sit-ups, and I'm doing a few curls. I can't really do anything else because my deltoids are actually giving me jib. Yeah, and I'm taking anti-inflammatories to try and bring down my arm. It's a bit painful, mate. Anyway, it's more about Jeff King. As I say, he's doing really well. He's in prison still. I'm not quite sure he's in a DCAT, but someone told me he's really looks good, mate. He's massive. He's off the drugs. He don't take drugs. He don't even talk about drugs no more. I know for a fact that when he comes out, he would do a book. He could do a fantastic book, Jeff, working for the Gladiators. Not knowing what he knew about the Gladiators. He's got big stories about the Gladiators, mate. He told me quite a lot about the Gladiators when I was to talk to him. I'm on about a lot. He told me a lot about them. Things that it's not for me to say until I see Jeff, and we can sit down and talk about it ourselves, yeah, and put them other people on the podcast, yeah, all the others, yeah. But I love Jeff, and he's got to look after himself. When I see him, if I look at him and I think he's back on drugs, I would not look after him. But if I see him and he looks as if he's not on drugs, maybe I'll give him some money, yeah, because I want to see him try and hit the front. I want to try and do some podcasts with him. I'm also going to try and get someone to do a book on him. It'd be fantastic. The book I've done, book I'm doing, is costing a lot of money. I'm on about a lot of money, but it's still got a fair way to go, 2 or 3 months to go on it. And you think a book, you think, I get it, mate. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. There's so much involved in the writing of a book, and all the editing and the spelling and the inverted commas, the full stops. There's a lot goes into it. So I'm gonna really the Kindles and all that we're gonna do. We're gonna do a good book and a good video. Everything's gonna be fantastic. I want everybody to enjoy it. I want everybody to push for a film. I want to film at this. I want to film. I'd love to get hold of my mate Brian Cox, film director, actor. I'd love to get hold of Brian. It's virtually impossible at the moment. But once my book's done, I will try and get hold of Brian and give him the book and get him to read it and see what he reckons, yeah? Because that's what I'm going to do to a few people, if I can do it. This book, I want it to hit the front, yeah? There's a few of my pals, Terry Ellis. He writes books, Terry. He's done about 5 or 6 books now, Terry Ellis. He's a big, he knows a lot about everything, Terry, he's lived a bad life, Terry Ellis. Everybody should check him out. Terry Ellis, my mate. He's a nice guy. He comes from North London, over that way. I've got a fly driving me mad now. He's biting me, this fly. I'm going to smash him to pieces of it. he's driving me mad. He's got my neck bite. Flies ain't supposed to bite, but this one does. He definitely bite. I think it must be something to do with my ex-old woman. She's maybe changed into a fly, and she's giving me a bit of grief. Anyway, this is Bang Bang Ray Hill. Please press the like button and subscribe. Have a nice day, yeah? Bye-bye.